A little more than 4 minutes left. Minutes left. One minute left. Ladies and gentlemen, please go to classroom. Exit ticket. And without talking amongst your partners, please answer the question. Once you are done taking the poll, please tilt the screen to the front. I know that you're ready to go. All right, and tilt the screen to the front in 3, 2, 1. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to please share with your partner which commentary best supports the topic, sentence, and the evidence. Go ahead and start now. All right, and all eyes on me in 3, 2, 1. Now this is the point, the part of the protocol where we want to hear a debate, right? We want to hear two sides. I want to hear from someone that feels confident in commentary A to speak up and tell the class why that is the best commentary. And I want the same thing for commentary B. Would anybody like to argue for commentary A? I can look at my screen and see who chose commentary A and call you out. Who would like to argue for commentary A? Okay. Ruben. Please, you are going to argue for commentary A. Okay? And I want Brian. You are going to argue for commentary B. Okay? All right? Cool. Commentary A. Tell us why it is the best.
Okay, so commentary A explains it connected, so it explained evidence well when it says literal meaning of sleepwalking is to walk around in sleep, but the phrase also invokes the feeling of being lost or finding yourself in a dream. It explains the connotation of sleepwalking, and then it also draws a logical connection between the evidence and the paradox claim. When it states Sykes uses this diction and connotation as a way of conveying his feelings. When in the topic sentence says, lastly, Sykes uses connotation to express love on thing. So it also connects by telling what the connotation conveys. And then it effectively proves that the evidence supports the thesis when it states, this demonstrates how words like sleepwalking are a form of his expression and his only way to find hope in dark times. And the thesis was talking about finding hope in dark times.
All right, number 2. All right, Brian. Talk to us why commentary B is the best. B for Brian.
Commentary B is the best because I feel like the evidence supports the topic sentence, and I say this because topic sentence says the phrase sleepwalking evokes a feeling of peaceful detachment or disconnectedness from the pain of living. And in the evidence it says that Sykes uses this and other such positive words throughout the song in order to signify how it copes with such a heaviness as depression and manages to find hope in dark situations.
All right, number 2. All right, so you've heard from Ruben, you've heard from Brian, you've heard from your partners. Now, I would like you to go back to exit, to get and re-pull. Once you're done with the poll, please. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. It's just not working anymore. But, okay. There you go. Fixed it. All right, folks, go ahead and try it again. Seems like 17% of you, or 17 of you have already successfully done this. Go ahead and tilt the screen of your phone once you're done with the poll. All right. Let's get a drum roll. Let's first get a drum roll for the first poll. See what people have said for the first poll. Go ahead. Drum roll. Make it a little exciting. First poll shows us that 45% of you think it was A, 55% of you think it was B. Second poll. Drum roll again. You heard me drum rolling for a while. There you go. And whoa, okay, we are smack in the middle, 50-50, all right. Okay, so explain to your partners, do these results surprise you? Go ahead and share. All right, and eyes back up here in 3, 2, 1. Does this poll surprise you, Rolando?
Yeah, because I thought A was the right one, but I still chose B because some parts in A kind of like messed me up, so I chose B, but I didn't know it to be 50-50.
Jose, did this surprise you?
It slightly surprised me after seeing the first poll because like it changed from like B to 50-50.
All right, now you guys want to hear the right answer?
Yeah.
Drum roll. And the right answer is B. It is B, folks. All right, so let me explain. The correct answer is B. First, let me explain why commentary A is wrong. All right. You can go ahead and annotate commentary A with me as long, and follow along if you'd like. So the very first mistake that commentary A does is the first sentence. It says this connotation because although the literal meaning of sleepwalking is to walk around in your sleep, the phrase also invokes the feeling of being lost and finding yourself in your dreams. Now, this person may have the definition of connotation a little bit confused If anything, the way I interpreted her sentence is more of figurative language, because she talks about the literal meaning of sleepwalking, and it doesn't really show me that she understands that connotation is a word or a phrase that evokes a feeling, right? And she does talk about the feeling of being lost and whatnot, but the structure of her sentence and also the way that she describes sleepwalking as a literal meaning, it's not necessarily correct, okay? So first of all, that's the first mistake. They're not explaining the literary device correctly. Second mistake is that the person says when people deal with depression like Sykes, they have to find something that makes them happy. Now this sentence is probably the most irrelevant from the whole commentary, right? So at this point, I know that it seems pretty obvious that people say, hey, if you're depressed, find something that makes you happy or whatnot. But it's also a slippery slope, because if you say that, you must be qualified to say something like that, because depression is a clinical disorder and whatnot. So you have to, even though we learned it in our mental health cycles, we learned that we always have to cite those things. Okay, so this is a slippery slope. When we say things like that, it should be cited. Okay. Another thing, the third and most major mistake that this commentary did is that they placed evidence in the middle of their commentary. Notice that they reference an interview from Sykes, and I think this is the biggest mistake, because you don't put evidence in your commentary, and especially since you don't really explain it afterward, right? This piece of evidence also doesn't necessarily connect to the topic sentence. It's kind of out of the box. Okay, so that's another reason why this commentary is not the best. But now let me explain about why commentary B is the best. Now, if you notice here that I color-coded 3 questions in the way that this person answered them. Now, the first question says, do I explain what the evidence is saying within my commentary? And this person goes ahead and answers, the phrase sleepwalking invokes a feeling of peaceful detachment or disconnectedness from the pain of living. Directly talks about their interpretation of sleepwalking, right? Then it says, thus it is a word carrying with it a largely positive connotation, at least for Sykes. Positive connotation, they directly say, what kind of type of connotation does the sleepwalking have? It shows us that this author knows what connotation means, okay? So it explains the evidence within the commentary thoroughly and correctly. Now the second question is, do I draw a logical connection between my evidence and the paragraph's claim, or topic sentence, right? And it says, Sykes uses this and other such positive words, positive, linking it back to connection, or connotation, positive words throughout his songs in order to signify how he copes with such heaviness as depression and manages to find hope in dark situations. Now that is another form of drawing a logical connection between the evidence and the paragraph's claim. Okay. Now the last question that you want to ask yourself is, do I effectively prove that this evidence supports my thesis? You always want to tie it back to thesis, tie it back to the theme. And what this author said, it says, Sykes further suggests through his use of the word sleepwalking in particular that when he does feel genuine happiness, it feels almost unrealistic to the point where he believes that true happiness lies only in his dreams. Only in his dreams, sleepwalking, connections. As we see throughout this writing, Sykes' enduring message is clear. Even in the darkest of times, hope resides everywhere. Directly linking it back to the theme, directly linking back to its original argument. So this is the way that you want to separate your commentary, through these 3 questions, and exactly the way that you want to determine the strength of a commentary. Okay. Are there any questions? Okay. All right. So, folks, I want you to go ahead and explain to your partners what you understood from these 2 commentaries, and also if you have any lingering questions, go ahead and share.